If your RV travel plans include a trip to Cape Cod, a great place to make camp on the Upper Cape is the Bayview Campground. Located just across the Bourne Bridge, this is a perfect place to spend time on the Upper Cape. Of course, before you head out on your first adventure, be sure to go through your spring checklist. This week, Mark and Dawn Polk from RV Education 101 show us what's on their annual list of things to check. As you're getting ready to hit the road, don't forget your dog is as excited as you are to get camping. So, prepare for their safety also. This week, Dr. Fitz explains all about those pesky ear infections that can occur anytime or any place. Later, with everyone having multiple mobile devices these days, many older RVs only have one USB charging port. This week, Jeff Johnston shows us how easy it is to add one or more USB ports to your RV. These stories and our Go Power Kickoff Spring Contest on this week's RVing Today AV. Closed and Spanish captioning where available is sponsored by Trail Manor, one of the world's lightest and easiest towing travel trailers.
Hi, I'm here with Dave Ritchie of Bayview Campground in Bourne, Massachusetts.
This is right at the beginning of the Cape, right over the Bourne Bridge on the other side of the canals. We're right off of Route 28, which is a major highway that goes down to Falmouth. My father-in-law, Gardner S. Nightingale, he was a police officer here in the town of Bourne, and the Second World War broke out, and any patriotic young man at the time, he enlisted in the Army, but he always knew he wanted to do something, so while he was overseas, he would send money back to his mom, and he would ask her to buy parcels of land. By that time, he had purchased up to 98 acres of land here on the Cape, this section here. Because this area here had a lot of natural vegetation, apples, peaches, pears. So he started the fruit stand right here at the front. 66, he started the campground, but before that, he had the fruit stand that he tried. There was a friend of his out in Maple Park over in Wareham, Paul Tusey. And Paul owned a small campground there, and he said, well, you're on this side of the canal, I'm on that side of the canal, why don't you try starting a campground? Their first night that they opened, there were 30 sites, and he made it all with that little machete.
How many sites are there now, David?
Now there's 468 sites.
And check out these temperature-controlled pods where tenters can kick it up a notch. Another thing Bayview does well is entertainment. Look what we caught. It's the middle of July. You're almost booked, and yet we've been here 2 nights already, and there's a quiet peacefulness.
My father-in-law and mother-in-law, they geared the campground right from the get-go, family camping. And you can see it right on our main sign, and all our advertisement is family camping. People that come camping, especially with kids, they come from the suburbs, cities, Boston, whichever it may be, and we love it here because we let our kids go.
Yeah.
We just say go. We have 1 mile, 1.7 miles of chain link fence all the way at the around the campground. The only way in and out is that front gate.
Good.
So the kids are locked in.
Right.
So the parents know this, and it's the best time because they can now let their kids be kids. I've given a lot of thought in the swimming pools as far as what to put into it. This one here is a jumping pool, it's 8 feet deep. It also has a very small area, 1 foot for the little ones. This pool here only goes to about 4 feet high because that's for the mid-sized kids.
Okay.
So that's the whole pool, so they can have the whole pool to have fun in. They're still touching the bottom. This one here is for recreation. We have volleyball and basketball. The lower pool one was geared more for what we call our seasonals. These are the people who stay here year-round, or for the full season, from May 1st to October 15th. And they kind of gravitate toward that one down there because we have adult entertainment down there. There's a singer, she'll come down and she'll have a sing-along with them. The main building here is one of the original buildings of the grounds. And we added to it as we expanded. The ice cream parlor we wanted something a little different, and ice cream was perfect. So we gave it the 1950s look of a old-fashioned ice cream parlor. The new machines as they come along and such, I want every kid who goes in there to walk out with something. It's no longer just to make money or for entertainment. I want the kids to have a good time just as much as the adults do. Everything is geared for family participation together. We try to shuffleboard. We have full-size shuffleboard, and we also have kid-size shuffleboard. So now you can play with the little ones if you want to. A lot of the arcade machines, getting back into the rec hall, is competition. You want to have a competition with. The mother can play with the son, father, daughter, so on and so forth.
Another story you brought up that I think very interesting. There are no bugs here.
Yes.
How come there are no bugs here?
My daughter, when she was going to college, she also did some agricultural studies, and what we found was that bugs, mosquitoes, whatever, lay their larvae in the leaves in the woods.
The dead leaves on the ground.
On the ground. They try to get them under the leaves because it's moist and it helps with the larvae to hatch when the rain and such comes out. But I just said, well, let's just rake everything. And that's what we did. We raked the sites, between the sites and the embankments. The main part of the grounds, which is approximately 60 acres, is completely raked from fence to fence. And it seemed after the years, well, we eliminate the bugs.
And your sites are quite large too.
We didn't know it at the time when Gardner and I were expanding the grounds. We just went by a plain footprint of 50 by 50. 50 feet deep, 50 foot wide. And we went by the topo or the configuration of the land. If you notice, the grounds is in different tiers. So we used the topography of the land and we developed it in different tiers, and we went by the land. So if you notice, some of the roads are very windy and turn. We just went with the land. We planted over 30,000 little seedlings throughout the campground. We just kept planting these little seedlings all over, trying to replenish. Some of the sites, you'll see, there's a big tree right in the middle of it. We tried to accommodate that old tree in the middle instead of just taking it down and making room for bigger rigs. We tried to accommodate.
How many staff members do you have?
We have 50 during the summertime, and then we have 7 full-timers, of course, summer and winter.
From here, you can go deeper into the Cape, so there's a lot of things families can go off and do.
An hour from Boston, we're an hour from Providence, Rhode Island, and we're an hour from P-Town. Just keep going. So thank you very much. I appreciate that.
How many RV roof coating systems do away with having to constantly inspect and recaulk your roof? Okay. How many RV roof coating systems come with a lifetime transferable warranty? The answer is 1, Flex Armor. Visit RVroof.com to learn more about this virtually indestructible maintenance-free roof system and to find an authorized Flex Armor facility closest to you.
Travel John Holding Tank deodorizer cleaners have been keeping campers happy since 1967, making it the oldest, most reliable solution for RV and marine holding tanks. Travel John packaging is attractive and easy to store for any size rig or scope of adventure. With nearly 100 years of experience, Century Chemical Corp is proud to offer outdoor enthusiasts across the world products that work anywhere, anytime. To learn more, call the number on your screen or visit centurychemical.com.
Hi, I'm Mark Polk with RV Education 101. When your RV sits in storage for a period of time, lots of unexpected stuff can happen to it. Batteries that were fully charged when you parked the RV are discharged, tires that were properly inflated are underinflated, and seams and sealants crack and separate. There are other concerns too, like where the RV was stored and how it was prepared for storage. If the RV was stored outside exposed to the elements, the exterior and the roof can suffer the brunt of Mother Nature's harsh winter conditions. And if you did not properly winterize the RV water system, there could be damage to the plumbing. We can't undo how the RV was prepared for storage, but we can prepare the RV for another adventure-packed camping season. Let's take a look at 5 important RV spring checks. Every spring, when the threat of freezing temperatures dwindles, I head to the garage to perform some important RV spring checks. There are probably 50 or more checks we could make on our RV, but today I want to discuss 5 RV spring checks I consider absolutely essential. Check number 1, RV battery. The condition of your RV batteries depends on how well they were cared for when they were in storage. A battery in storage can lose up to 10% of its charge every month. If you checked and recharged the battery periodically during storage, the battery should be ready to go. If you did not check and recharge the battery, the first step is to fully charge the battery. After the battery is fully charged, check and add distilled water as required. If the battery was removed for storage, reinstall the battery and make sure it is connected properly. The next check is the RV water system. If the water system was winterized, it needs to be de-winterized. There are 3 important tasks we want to accomplish when we de-winterize the RV water system. We want to remove the RV antifreeze from the plumbing system, check the water system for leaks, and sanitize the RV water system so it's safe and ready to use. If you use non-toxic RV antifreeze to protect the water system from freezing, you need to run fresh potable water through the entire plumbing system until all traces of the RV antifreeze are removed. To do this, connect a potable water drinking hose to the city water connector on the RV and run fresh water through the entire plumbing system to include the sinks, shower, outside shower, toilet, and washing machine if applicable. After all traces of the RV antifreeze are removed, you can reinstall any water filter cartridges that were removed for winter storage. The RV antifreeze that was in the plumbing system is now in the gray and black water holding tanks and can be emptied when you have access to a suitable waste disposal site. After the antifreeze is flushed from the water system, it's a good idea to sanitize the water system. Make sure all the drains are closed and any drain plugs are reinstalled. Take a 1/4 cup of household bleach for every 15 gallons of water your fresh water tank holds. Mix the bleach with water into a 1-gallon container and pour the solution into the fresh water holding tank. Fill the fresh water holding tank completely full of potable water. Turn the water pump on and run water through all hot and cold faucets until you smell bleach at each tap. Close the faucets and let the solution sit in the freshwater holding tank and the water lines for at least 12 hours. Drain all the water and refill the freshwater tank with potable water. Turn the water pump on and open all faucets, running the water until you no longer smell any bleach. Check number 3, RV tires. Tires lose a percentage of air pressure sitting in storage. Your RV tires can lose 2 to 3 psi a month. This means they could be dangerously low on air pressure. Check the tire pressure in all tires with a good tire inflation gauge and adjust the inflation pressure to the manufacturer's recommendation based on the load. Don't forget the spare tire. Remember, failing to maintain correct tire pressure based on the load can result in fast tread wear, uneven wear, poor handling, and excessive heat buildup, which can lead to tire failure. Tire manufacturers publish load and inflation tables that should be followed for proper inflation pressure. Check number 4, RV roof, seams, and sealants. Caution, whenever you work on the RV roof, be extremely careful. A fall can result in serious injury or death. Every seam on your RV and anywhere the RV manufacturer cut a hole in your RV has the potential to leak. It's important to take your time and thoroughly inspect all of these seams and sealants on the RV. I recommend inspecting and resealing the seams and sealants on the RV at least twice a year and possibly more often depending on storage conditions. During your inspection of the RV roof, seams, and sealants, look for signs of cracking or lifted sealants. It's important you consult your RV owner's manual or your local RV dealer for sealants compatible with the different types of materials you are attempting to seal. Check number 5, RV safety devices. When your RV sits in storage, it's quite common for dry cell batteries and safety devices to die. Replace the batteries in all safety devices and test the operation of the carbon monoxide detector, the LP gas leak detector, and the smoke alarm. Lots of RV owners are not aware that safety devices in RVs have expiration dates. I recommend you write the expiration down on the front cover so you remember to replace it when it reaches the expiration date. Inspect all fire extinguishers to make sure they are fully charged. If you have a dry chemical fire extinguisher, turn it upside down and tap the bottom several times to release any powder that's settled to the bottom. Review how to properly use a fire extinguisher in the event you need to use it. Carbon monoxide gas is called the silent killer because you can't see it, taste it, or smell it. If you have an older RV that does not have a CO detector, you need to purchase and install one designed for use in RVs. Test all the safety devices in your RV prior to each trip and make sure everybody understands what the symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning are and what to do if you're exposed to CO gas. I mentioned earlier there are many more checks that can and should be made to your RV, but these are 5 spring checks I consider essential to prepare your RV for travel this camping season.
Together with our partners at GoPower, we are jumping into 2024 with our big kickoff spring contest. If you're looking to add or expand your solar power capabilities, then this grand prize is for you. The prize package is valued at $2,000 and includes a 130-watt portable solar kit, a 100-amp-hour lithium battery, and a battery manager kit. We're also giving away 5 battery manager kits, 1 each week, for 5 weeks. For additional information and to enter the contest, visit our website at rvingtoday.tv and click on the contest link. RVing Today is powered by GoPower. Dreaming about owning a hard-side travel trailer but don't have a place to store it? Well, how about in your garage? That's right. Trailmanor travel trailers are engineered with a cantilever system that allows you to open it up or fold it down in just about 5 minutes. And when it comes to interior comfort and amenities, Trailmanor has it all. To check out their full line of travel trailers and find the nearest dealer, visit trailmanor.com. Want more RVing today? Then visit rvingtoday.tv. Besides our weekly show and extended segments, you'll find additional stories and videos along with insightful information on what's new and what's happening around the world in RVing. From luxury RVs to unique camper vans, and from RVing with pets to RVing with kids. You'll find it all and more in rvingtoday.tv. Paws on Board is brought to you by Jones Natural Chews, American sourced and made in America.
I'm Dr. Fitz, and this is Zoe. Does your dog ever get an ear infection after swimming? Many of those that take their dogs RVing enjoy stopping at lakes and rivers for some time to cool off. What we don't enjoy is the continuous shaking of the head, scratching, and itching at the ears that comes a few days after being in the water. Why does this happen? Well, not every dog will experience an ear infection after swimming. Those that do generally have other predisposing factors that contribute to an infection. Dogs with pre-existing allergies, significant amounts of hair within the canals like poodles, or dogs that had a recent ear infection are more likely to have a problem. Your dog may have an infection if you notice these signs: repetitive shaking of the head, scratching at the ears, or even rubbing the side of their face on the ground. Some dogs may have ears that are painful to the touch. If you flip the ear flap over and you see redness of the skin, you might notice a foul odor and even some discharge. The best thing to do in the case of an ear infection is, of course, get your pet to a veterinarian. Your vet can assess the severity of the infection, what's causing the infection, such as yeast or bacteria, and send you home with the appropriate treatment. Every ear infection is different. But there are some ways that you can try to prevent this at home. First, make sure that your dog's ears dry out completely after swimming. This can include cleaning their ears with a gentle drying cleanser and gently drying with cotton balls or a soft cloth. Drying the hair on the outside of the ears can be helpful as well. Second, your pet should not swim if they have a current ear infection. This has the potential to further irritate the ears and worsen the infection. If your pet has regular ear infections, talk to your vet about maintenance treatment. Your pet might benefit from regular steroid drops to reduce irritation, or even benefit from treatment of underlying allergies. To appropriately clean your dog's ears, first, ensure that you have a pet-safe, gentle drying cleanser. You should not use peroxide, alcohol, or vinegar to clean your dog's ears. These can over-dry the canal and irritate the eardrum, causing even more discomfort. Next, you lift your dog's ear flap and find the opening to the canal, which is generally at the bottom. You'll gently squeeze the bottle to fill the canal with fluid. Just try not to touch the nozzle to the ear to avoid contaminating the bottle. Feel just behind your dog's ear for slightly firm cartilage. It'll feel just like the cartilage of your nose. Gently massage this to move the fluid through the canal. You'll actually hear a slight squishing sound as the fluid moves around. Then, allow your dog to shake his or her head to remove the fluid. You might want to do this outside, in a bathroom or in a garage, an area that's easily cleaned, because this is the part that can get a little messy when they shake. Finally, you'll use some cotton balls to gently clean the external part of the ears. Hi, baby. So gently clean. You should never insert a Q-tip deep into the ear canal. A dog's canal is actually L-shaped, unlike ours, and wax can actually be pushed further into the canal where it's difficult to remove. If you're traveling with your pet, keep an ear cleaning kit with you if your pet likes to swim. Preventing an infection can be the difference between a fun, peaceful trip or an itchy, miserable one.
Travel John Holding Tank deodorizer cleaners have been keeping campers happy since 1967, making it the oldest, most reliable solution for RV and marine holding tanks. Travel John packaging is attractive and easy to store for any size rig or scope of adventure. With nearly 100 years of experience, Century Chemical Corp is proud to offer outdoor enthusiasts across the world products that work anywhere, anytime. To learn more, call the number on your screen or visit centurychemical.com.
Together with our partners at GoPower, we are jumping into 2024 with our big kickoff spring contest. If you're looking to add or expand your solar power capabilities, then this grand prize is for you. The prize package is valued at $2,000 and includes a 130-watt portable solar kit, a 100-amp-hour lithium battery, and a battery manager kit. We're also giving away 5 battery manager kits, one each week, for 5 weeks. For additional information and to enter the contest, visit our website at rvingtoday.tv and click on the contest link. RVing Today is powered by GoPower.
Now, most of us who own RVs also own devices of one kind or another that are either charged by or powered by a USB port. The RV industry understands that, and they put USB ports standard in most RVs these days. Our Palomino comes with one port in the radio, and one is just fine if all you've got is one device, but we have 2 phones and heaven knows however many other video production related devices we need to charge. So we needed to add another device or another port to the Palomino. Thankfully, we were able to reach out to our friends at RecPro, and we came up with a really great solution. This is the RecPro dual USB charger, part number RP41680. It has 2 USB ports on the front. It's only about 2.5 inches diameter, a little bit smaller, not very deep. It'll fit in an awful lot of little corners in a cabinet someplace, and it only has 2 wires to connect it, 12 volt positive, 12 volt negative. That makes it one of the easier aftermarket accessory installs that you'll do on your RV. We decided to use one of these guys, and we'll show you how it works going into our Palomino. We used a 1 3/8 inch Forstner bit to drill a smooth hole in the cabinet. We located a spot with no backside wire or plumbing interference and drilled the hole for the charging unit. Every wire joint was soldered and protected with heat shrink tubing. The 12 volt supply line is protected by a blade type fuse holder. Always add a fuse to the new accessory power line. 3 small wood screws made fast work of mounting the charger. With the USB charger powered up, we connected our Kindle, and it indicated it was receiving current. Success. Well, that was a pretty easy install, and it's a very useful item. Now we have 3 USB ports in the Palomino, which ought to be enough to cover most of what we need to do. As my dear wife Pam would say, we have juice. So check out the RecPro catalog and their dual USB charger, and you might find it a pretty handy accessory for your RV too.
more information on anything you saw in this week's episode, along with additional videos, interesting stories, and RV news, visit our website at rvingtoday.tv. This has been another fun production